How's it going, everybody? Today we're going to talk about the law of attraction. So many people don't understand this law, or they think they don't understand this law, but at a subconscious or an unconscious level they really do. Take a look around you, look at what's directly in front of you in your life at this very moment, and understand that you manifested that, you attracted that, you created that. All the good, all the bad, you might not have realized, but you at some level were attracting that into your being, into your reality. We attract it all, everything. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, it really doesn't matter. It's all about where your attention goes. Energy flows where attention goes. So what you focus on the most is what you're going to attract. So some people will say, well, my grandmother got sick and she was always worrying about not getting sick. So how did that work out? Just some crazy scenario. Well, here's the thing. It's not subjective. The universe isn't subjective. It gives you what you're focusing on. So whether you're focusing on not getting sick, it doesn't hear that not. It hears what the end word is, where the focus is. The focus is on the word sick. So you're focusing on not getting sick. I'm not going to get sick. I don't want to get sick. You're attracting sickness into you. Okay, so same deal where if you said, I'm going to stay healthy, I'm going to live healthy, or even if you said, I'm not going to be healthy, I'm not going to be healthy, your focus is on the word healthy. And like I said, energy goes or flows where attention goes. So where you put your attention is what you're going to attract in. So whether you know it or not, whether you pay attention or not, everything that's in your life, you manifested, you created in at some level. Okay, and to understand this, you have to really understand how the brain works. The mind has several different layers to it, several different parts. Unconscious, subconscious, conscious mind, to pretty much narrow it down. Your conscious mind is what you think of, so what you pay attention to, where you're actually giving these thoughts. And your subconscious mind is those thoughts that come through you and that you don't really pay attention to, or you don't think about, they just move through you. And the difference between your conscious mind and your subconscious mind is that your subconscious mind is always listening. It doesn't know real from fake. So whereas if I watch a video on my phone about, let's say a video of a car accident, to my subconscious mind, I literally just experienced a car accident. It doesn't know that was a video. These reactions in your brain will go off that actually think that you got into a car accident. These stressors will go off, and to your subconscious brain, it's real. It's 100% real. Obviously, your conscious brain can understand that it was just a video. Let's go to the next video. But your subconscious brain doesn't understand the difference. To your subconscious brain, it was real. So you can use that example and bring it into a real life situation, whereas if you focus on something, if you tell your brain that you are something, your conscious brain may be able to understand that you're not that, but your subconscious brain won't be able to. So if you say the words, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich, constantly feed yourself. The two most powerful words in the dictionary are I am, and what comes after that defines who you are. So if you say I am blank, and constantly tell yourself that, your subconscious brain is going to believe that that's what you are. And eventually it's going to look for these patterns and these, on the exterior world, and it's going to look for these patterns for you to follow, for you to pull that in unconsciously. You're not even going to know this. So what you feed your brain, you have to be very careful. These broadcasters, these television shows, they know this. They know how your brain works. They're going to feed you, these words and this music that we're listening to today. A lot of it is just rewiring your brain to attract all these negative things into your life. And, it's got a nice hook to it, a nice beat to it. So, we all jam to it. It's cool. Everyone's doing it. gets pushed out to you. You know, they get funded, these mainstream rappers and people who are just, you know, singing these unconscious words and feeding your brain, you know, feeding these parasites. You know, they're getting pushed out there, and you don't realize that you're saying these words over and over to yourself. So when someone says something in a song like, I hate myself, like whatever, you're telling yourself that. Whether you're not even singing it, just listening to it, you're saying the words, I hate myself, I love myself. So your brain is picking up on this, and it's reacting to it. Okay, there is no, you know, every action, there's a reaction. Everything is connected. There's no mistakes. There's always going to be a reaction to everything that gets done. So basically, what you're feeding your brain, what you're feeding your being, you're going to create in this outside world. So it's very important to monitor what you feed, what you intake, what you feed off of, the words that you listen to, the words, the music, the shows that you watch. You have to be conscious about it and pay attention to it all, because consciously you might be able to understand that there is, that it's just a show and, it's not real, but subconsciously that part of your brain is always listening, okay, and it's real to that part of your brain. So again, if you're telling yourself something, and this is really the key to manifestation, is believing in what you're saying. And this is a beautiful thing because you can create your reality. It's a scary thing because, you have to watch what you allow in, and, all these words do have an effect on your life. But when you tie your emotion, so like a belief, when you tie your emotion with a thought, when those two come together, that is, one of the most powerful things that we have in this physical reality. So when let's say you want to manifest that new car, say that you already have the car. Tell yourself you're in the car already. And tie that emotion of, let's say, one of the most, highest emotion we have would be like gratitude or love or, basically just feel these emotions. Feel the emotion of love, of gratitude, be thankful, and then get that feeling, because we all have experienced that feeling one way or another. Connect yourself to that feeling, and then at the same time add a thought to it. I am in my brand new Mercedes, or I have my $1 million, or I whatever it is you want to manifest, whatever it is you want to create, tie an emotion to the thought and just believe it and trust the process. It's not going to happen overnight. The way time works, it's, really not linear. It may seem linear, but it's all together, past, present, future. So everything is tied up in this. So tell yourself that you believe it and actually believe it, and don't doubt it for a sec. Just create, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to create. And many people don't understand the power that they actually do have to create their own reality. And many people fall off, and we all know negative people, and then all these horrible things just seem to happen to them, but it's not really happening to them, it's happening through them. They're a conduit for that. They don't realize that they're attracting all of that into their life. And back to the layers of the mind, the subconscious mind, you could be looking at something that, the person next to you could think is so ugly, and you could just say, oh, wow, it's actually beautiful. There's beauty in that, and find the beauty in that, because the more beauty that you do find in all experiences, the more that you're going to find, period. You're going to create more. That's just how you create. To one person, something could be so ugly, but then your view of it could just be completely different, and that's a creation in itself. You created that beauty, because if you didn't observe that, then it's not there. The power of observation is huge. It's crucial. To understand this, you really have to put it into practice. Today could be, you know, raining, and one person say, oh, it's so crappy out, but then you could find the beauty in it and understand that without the rain you wouldn't have any of the flowers, you wouldn't have any of the life, you wouldn't have any of this. So you can choose to look at, yeah, it's crappy out, you can't go outside and be comfortable. Some people can't be comfortable in the rain, that's a whole nother story. But or you could say, you know, you could look at it from another perspective and understand that this is how it all works, that without this there wouldn't be a sunny day, there wouldn't be all this growth and all this life all around us. So there's two ways, there's always more than one way to look at everything that you do, that there is. And choose the, you know, the one that's, you know, the higher power. Choose something that's, you know, don't choose the love, don't choose the hate. You know, there's going to be people in your life who just can't see things that way, and eventually if you go down this path, you're going to choose to remove them from your life, or at least limit how much time you spend with them, because they're, you know, just weighing you down. They're like weights around your ankles, and they don't even realize it, you know, and that's their journey, is understanding it for themselves. But we're all on this, you know, our own journeys. We all come together, we have friends and stuff. A lot of people like to click together, but really this power starts, I should say, when you're alone. And then when you find people who are on the same wavelength and choose to feel the same way about certain things, then you guys can manifest together. You know, you get a relationship. 2 is obviously greater than 1 exponentially. But you have to be on the same wavelength. You have to be creating the same things. You have to be in tune with one another. And you really, you know, you have to understand your true power. Because the way the mind works, this whole world is essentially a giant mind. You know, it's always listening. It's always hearing what you have to say. And, you know, that's a beautiful thing. It could be a downfall. It is a downfall for a lot of people. But your power comes in understanding this, and understanding that you are in control. And don't let anyone tell you differently, because you are in control. You know, if you're in a room, I don't know if any of you guys know what a tuning fork is. It's essentially like a metal rod, like you know, this spoon, and when you hit it, it'll make a vibration, it'll make a sound. And if you're in a room with a bunch of tuning forks, and they're all tuned to different frequencies, so let's say, you know, from 0 to 432 hertz, they're all tuned to a different frequency, and then I come in with a duplicate of one of those tuning forks, and I hit it. Let's say I have 432 hertz right here, and I hit it, and it, you know, makes a ting sound and lets off a vibration and a frequency. The other 432 hertz, the other tuning fork that's tuned to the same frequency, without touching it, will start to vibrate, and it'll start to let out a sound and a frequency. You know, that's just from hitting this one. The one over here that I haven't hit will start to go off, and that'll just tell you that aligning yourself to these different frequencies on a less physical term, or a less dense, I should say, dimension, you know, it's the same deal. So attuning yourself to love and to happiness, if I put that out, if I feel that in and put that out, then this outside world will put that back towards me. The universe will understand that that's what I'm asking for, because that's what I'm resonating off. So it's the same deal for hate. If I'm feeling hate, if I'm thinking hate, even if I'm focusing on trying to stay away from hate out of fear, you know, you can't focus on what you don't want. Focusing on what you don't want still puts out that into the universe. So focus on what you do want. Say, say, I love myself. Say, I am rich. Say, I am powerful. Say, I am love. I am happiness. Whatever you want to say, but focus on what you do want, okay? Because that's what the universe is going to give you. And that's pretty much all I have to say. That's just a little bit that scratches the surface on the law of attraction, guys. Everything in your life was manifested through you, because of you. And it's a beautiful thing, because you have power. You are in control. And I hope you guys, you know, start to utilize it. Peace.